Hello guys, let's start with the next part of this tutorial. So as you can see over here, we have done with the modeling and unwrapping of this train bogie over here. So let's continue with it. So we do have the UVs of this. So as you can see over here, we have just unwrapped this stuff and we have saved it over here into this folder. So let's open this over here into the bogie UVs and let's open this in Adobe Photoshop. So we are going to start with the texturing part over here. Alright, so as you can see over here, we have done with the unwrapping part. So very first of all, let's take a new layer. And let's take just a reference over here and let's give it a screen mode. So now you can see over here, this is your one side and this is your other side. So let's open some references of the rail bogie. So let's open it. Open the rail folder and let's preview some references. This is also a good reference. This is also a good reference. So let's open this reference. So let's take this reference over here. Let's take one more reference over here. We do have one more reference over here. So we can take this reference over here. Okay. So now what we are going to do over here is, as you can see over here, we have this stuff over here. We have this image over here. So let's go into it. Let's take a new layer. As you can see over here, we have some stuff over here, like how much area is your windows. Let's select that first. So excluding the windows, we have this area. So let's select this much of the area right from the top view, and we are going to use the pixels as 0, and let's do the selection over here in this form. That would be a bit of your perfect selection. So I've done the selection over here, and let's give name it as just a top, and let's take a eyedropper tool and let's pick a color and let's give a color to it. So you can just assign a color over here. So as you have assigned the color over here, now let's take one more layer over here. So now this layer will be connected over here. So this is for your window part over here. So for this part, we do have the color. So let's go over here for the mid section. We can name it as a mid part. So let's take a eyedropper tool and let's pick a color for now. I'm showing you this how we are going to work for it. So let's give a color over here. Let's give this color, and on the other hand, let's take one more. That's the bottom one. So let's go over here. Let's name it as bottom, and again make a selection over here till here, and let's again select and give a color to it. That's it. So as you can see over here, we have just assigned it on one of the sides just to give some kind of the color part over here. So if you're going to write some kind of stuff over here, like with a text, that's your sleeper or something, or if you have something over here that's like you see this stuff over here. So you can take this over here let's take one more layer over here. We already taken a layer, so let's draw something like this. Take a eyedropper tool and just fill a color into it. That's it. So can just duplicate this over here. Select this, Control G, again duplicate it, push it down, and let's give a bit of a black color. That's it. Alright. So we have a copy of that. So duplicate this stuff and just you can push it over here. So this will also be a bit of behind of this layer. That's it. So whatever you want to write, you can just write it over here. Let's take one more layer. So you can just push all this stuff in one, press Ctrl G and make a group over here. So let's take one more layer for the board part over here. So if you are giving a kind of a board over here, again take a eyedropper tool and just fill a color. So Ctrl J, again duplicate it, Ctrl T, and you can just give a black color over here. Push it like this, deselect it. That's it. Alright. So I'm sorry. You can push it right from the side over here. Okay. So let's take a text over here. So if you want to take a text, let's take a text like you can write any train name. So if you want to write some kind of express, any express, you can just name it as you can write express train, express. So you can just give a black color. Arial, you can just change the font over here. So whatever you can find the best font over here, you can just give that font. So you can let's take any of the font and resize the stuff over here and just place it over here. Alt and drag it over here to make a copy of it. So once you're done with this, so you can if you want to add some kind of a noise also, you can easily add a noise over here. So you can just select this layer and you can just go into the filter noise and you can add a bit of noise. So if you want to add some noise over here a bit, you can add some noise. Onto the midsections also you can add some noise over here. So go into the filter noise and you can just add some noise on this too. Filter noise and add a noise. That's it. Alright. So now you just want to check it how it looks like. So what you can do over here is let's off this file over here. You can just off this file. You can just off this file. Go into the file and let's click on save. So you can just save it. And one more thing over here, we do have some kind of stuff. Although we have not saved the center, let's just check it out. So you can just off this layer. Go into the file, save, and you can just name it as your texture 1 bogie. So we're just having a quick look over it, how it looks like. So let's go into this. Let's go over here, let's go into the mental ray. Oh, sorry, I'm extremely sorry. We'll go into the V-Ray part. So you can just assign it, go into rendering, render setup, and you can just activate this V-Ray option over here. So go into this material, go into the standard, assign a V-Ray material, and go into the diffuse, and let's call this bitmap. So we have saved this bogie UVs, and just you can call it over here, and you can just assign it, and you can just check this out. Oh, see, so I think it's not fit properly over here. So you can just see this stuff over here, whether it is going out of that, and if it is going out of it, yes, so it's going out of this area, so it won't accommodate in this area. So what we can do over here is like we'll just go over here, this, alright, so this is one area, this is one, so we can just select this and this, and we can just resize this stuff, just resize this stuff, and just you can just place it over here. And same for this express text, just place it over here. Alright, so we have this over here, so let's delete this. I don't need this right now. Select this, let's delete this, select this, and let's delete this. So we have this two layers. You can just alt and drag to make a copy of it, and same the text copy would appear here. So delete this layer. Same thing, you can just resize this, both elements, this and the black one, so you can just push it over here, Control T, and you can just resize this stuff. So as you can see over here, we have just resized this elements over here. I'll just activate this again, and I'll go over here, and I'll just off this main layer. I'll save this file. Okay, so the possibilities. So you can just name it as your train texture 2 bogie. Okay, so if you don't want to give a noise, you can just remove the noise, no problem. So once you're done with this, so let's go again over here, go into the material, and you can just add this stuff over here, as you can see over here. So it's now visible, so you can just render and you can just check it. So as you can see over here, we have rendered this area over here, and it is clearly visible. So whatever area you have just extruded, it is properly balanced over here according to the UV which you have unwrapped. So the same thing will go on the other side also. So you can just press Shift T, that's your asset tracking. So you can go into this proxy, go into global settings, make it as full and increase it, and you can just increase the texture size over here a bit on the display part. The same thing will definitely will be appearing on the other side also. So you can just save your file over here. Let's again go into the Photoshop part, and let's activate the main stuff over here again, and the same part we are going to duplicate it right on the top of it. Okay, so you can just duplicate this stuff over here. You can just distort it a bit if it is not fitting it perfectly, and just distort it. Press enter. So you can just increase its again select the midsection over here, and let's keep the midsection over here. So you can just zoom it out. Sorry, reduce the opacity, and let's go into the distort part and again distort it a bit and increase its opacity. And the last part, so last part you can just duplicate it over here. So again go into this, Control T, right click and just distort it over here in this way. So you can just variate it accordingly and press enter. So you have done with this again. So again go on to the top part, reduce its opacity. You can rename the layers. So if you rename the layers, that would be a much easier way to work out. So let's just Alt and drag to make one more copy over here. So you can just resize this. So it's not necessary it should come at the same place. You can just define any other area also. So you can just change the area where you require it. You can just keep it over here. Alright, so once you're done with this, undo it, just drag this over here. Alright, so once you're done, you can just again increase its stuff over here. So there are chances that it might be flipped. You have to flip this if it doesn't work out well. So you can see some of the references. If you want some more references, you can just open one more reference over here. So let's go again into this, your Rail folder. You can just preview this and just preview it. You can just preview some of the references. Okay, so you have the same kind of color. If you want it over here, you can assign a same color. So it's a Railway EES. So let's open this file over here in Photoshop. Alright, so we are going to click over here, minimize this stuff over here, zoom it out, and let's save this file. Alright, so let's again take a let's go into this, take a new layer. So take a new layer onto the top over here. Let's make a rectangle and we need the same color. So for example, if you don't need the same color but you need a bit of a lighter tone in it, you can go with a lighter tone, no problem. So you can just give a bit of a lighter tone and Alt and just drag it over here. So if you see over here, you have some kind of X over here. If you see, there is a kind of a cross over here. You can make a cross or something. So you can just go into the text and you can just write a X over here, and let's go over here and make it as Arial regular. So you can go into this text parameters. So your right click is already activated. Aerial regular and make it as aerial regular. Alright, and you can just make it as a bit bold and take a eyedropper tool, and if you want, just select this, just pick the color from this stuff, go into this and assign this same color. Alright, so as you can see over here, we have generated this stuff over here. So if you think that this is a very big in size, you can reduce the size. So we can go over here and increase its opacity. Select this. You can click over here, check out its opacity first. Select this, Alt and drag it over here. That's it. Alright. So click over here and again increase it. So let's go to the main layer again and let's go into the file, save as it. Let's save as it as your 3 bogie. Save the Photoshop file. Alright. So let's go into this folder, go into this file and let's replace it with this original file. Alright. So as you can see over here, you have assigned this stuff over here. Okay, this is not unwrapped, that's the reason. But if you see the rest of the part, it's coming perfectly. Oops, we need to remove this from here. So, but if you see this, the back side, it's coming perfectly. You can see this thing. So as you can see the stuff, we have just unwrapped the sum of the part and we have started with the texturing part of it. So you can just save your file. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the next tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.